Hi guys, it's Masha Moore again, and today we're going to be talking about sort of preparing for a relaxer, what you can do the week before and during the week to help make sure everything goes smoothly. And the first tip that I have is to use a clarifying shampoo about the week or the wash before your relaxer, and you really want to wash between I'd say about 4 to 7 days. I do 7 days and it's turned out to be fine, but during that wash before the relaxer, I like to use a clarifying shampoo, and the one that I use is KeerCare's First Lather shampoo. As you can tell, I really like all of KeerCare's products, so I love their clarifying shampoo too. Then I follow up with a moisturizing shampoo, and then I do a protein treatment. And it kind of depends where you kind of feel like your hair is right now. If you find that you're still breaking and shedding, you might want to do a hard protein. And the one I like is Nexus Emergency. And this is a good hard protein that you can find pretty much anywhere, Walmart or drugstores or beauty supply stores. And this one's about 10.1 fluid ounces, and it'll probably run you about maybe 25 to 30 bucks. So it's kind of pricey, but it's a really good treatment, and a lot of people have found that it helps stop that breakage and the shedding. You can do it 1 to 2 times a month. You don't want to do it every week, and you don't want to do it more than once a week because it will end up, kind of drying out your hair. So definitely something good to do if you find your hair is breaking or shedding about 1 to 2 times a month. And the way you do these kind of hardening protein treatments is you want to put it on, maybe sit under a dryer for 15 minutes or cover with a cap, and rinse it out, and then follow up with a moisturizing conditioner for an additional 15 to 20 minutes. And the moisturizing conditioner is basically to help soften the hair and to make it a little bit more manageable. So you definitely don't want to skip that step. If you are kind of running a little bit low on time, you can do the treatment, get back in the shower, wash it out, and then do sort of a condition right in the shower for about 3 to 5 minutes, and that ends up working out pretty fine too. If you don't want to do a hardening, if you find that your hair is not breaking and you don't want to do a hardening protein treatment, you can do a light protein. And I did a review on ApHogE's Intensive Reconstructor, which is a light protein, and that's a really good product that I like. In addition, you can use Aubrey GPB, which is another one. And you can find this at, Whole Foods or any kind of sort of nutrition shop. They tend to carry this line there. So it's a good, treatment. You can just put it on even right before you shampoo for 15 to 20 minutes, then shampoo, and then do maybe a light condition right in the shower, and it's a good, good protein light protein. The third thing to do is to limit exercise. This is the week I tend to take off from exercising because I found that any way that you sort of introduce moisture right before a relaxer treatment, it tends to make my scalp a little bit more irritated, a little bit more itchy. So you definitely want to avoid, scratching up the scalp or doing anything that sort of manipulates the scalp right before relaxer treatment. So that's why I avoid exercise, and also I avoid, rainy days or allowing the rain to kind of fall into my hair, into my scalp, because again, it sort of irritates the scalp, and you don't want to do that right before relaxer treatment. And the fourth thing is to limit brushing and styling. So, really try to avoid slicking the hair back, brushing it back. I even stopped wrapping during this week because I just really want to avoid just sort of, pulling at the hair and making the scalp really sensitive. So instead, I usually wear my hair how it is right now, which is I just kind of, take an elastic, brush the hair back with my fingers, and, tie it up in a ponytail, in a loose ponytail, or maybe do a nice light bun and secure it with some bobby pins, or even one of those banana clips that I showed you in the messy bun tutorial. And sometimes I'd maybe do a headband just to kind of blend in the new growth, which is starting to get a little bit fuzzy at this point. So the main point is that you really want to avoid sort of brushing the scalp back, slicking it back, using combs and things like that. So the last tip that I have is to maybe every 2 to 3 days oil the scalp with castor oil, and you can use just pure castor oil, which you can find at nutrition shops, or you can use this little gem that I found at most drugstores, which is just Hollywood Beauty castor oil. And it has some, really good ingredients like, castor oil, mink oil, sweet almond oil, vitamin E, jojoba, safflower oil, things like that. And it's about $1, so it's really, you get a lot for $1. So this is a pretty good, compromise if you can't find that natural castor oil. And usually what I'll do is I kind of take my hair down and my headband down, and I will kind of just undo the jar lid, cover my finger like a good amount, not too much, and then just kind of part my hair with the finger starting from the back, and just kind of lightly just oil the scalp. And I do this about every 2 to 3 days, and I find that this makes my scalp a little less tender and helps kind of soften the new growth and just helps my hair be a little less irritated and tender right before relaxer treatment. So those are pretty much my 5 basic tips, and I hope that they were helpful and that you enjoyed the clip. So talk to you later.